scraggly people, to be honest, and drugs.
I think some people like being homeless, honestly. I think some people choose to be homeless because they feel that they don't want to work.
Dirty, like a lot of hair because they haven't shaved, old, rugged clothes with like a lot of bags.
They're only trying to get money off you, that, that they're dirty and they're lazy.
How y'all doing today? It's free to stop and look. Kind of like, it happens to all of us. Me, I prefer to do this. I've been on my own my whole life, and I plan on being on my own for the rest of my life, Well, my dad was a gypsy back in 1969. My mom was a hippie. They were traveling with a caravan. They got together. They stopped, worked for a carnival 2 weeks before I was born. Worked for the carnival until 3 weeks after I was born. So, more or less, I've been on the road my whole life. I mean, I enjoy it. I like it. There's nothing better to do as far as I'm concerned. I get to go everywhere. I get to see everything. I see things that people wish they could see. I'm my own boss. I don't have anyone telling me what to do, if I wanted to pick up and go right now, I could. No one would be there to stop me. That's why I'm free bird. I do what I want, when I want, where I want to, whoever I want. Are you ready?
Cruising down easy street, I was in your passenger seat. We exchanged some.
It's just an alternative lifestyle. It's not so much, just being lazy.
If you choose to live one way, you got to deal with that sort of nonsense. And the other way you choose, you're still going to be dealing with nonsense. And this is just the sort of nonsense I've chosen to live in,
There's a lot of people that are in the situation of being homeless that are because they had bad family situations, that they were forced onto the streets, either because they were incorrigible to their parents or they just didn't like their living situation, which wasn't for me. I mean, my mom, I wasn't raised in the best of situations, but I came from a loving home.
Everybody chooses what really the hard part about their life is. You always choose that. Everybody chooses what the path. I mean, sometimes they're forced into a bad situation, but for the most part, you're always choosing where you're going.
My name is Carol Thompson. I'm 39 years old, and I recently left a homeless shelter and have just moved into my own apartment. Me and my daughter just moved into our new place. Before we came here, my 18-year-old, me and my 17-year-old, we were all together. We had a house, and I had a job that I loved, actually. I was in the midst of wrong company and got caught in a drug bust, which made it impossible for me to get a job. Not hard, it made it impossible. I'm gonna make it possible for me anyway, because I'm not gonna let the system beat me. I can't.
I've got family everywhere, but blood family, I got there in Wyoming. 2 brothers, 2 sisters, a bunch of nieces and nephews, and the rock star in the family. I am related to Aerosmith. My sister's last name at the time was Smith, and she named the kid Arrow.
I loved my life growing up. My mom was like a single mom, raising 3 children. She's such a loving parent.
Well, I'm from Salt Lake originally, and my mom, we all moved here when I was like 11, and she's still here in Mesa. And my dad lives in Eugene, Oregon. They do what they do, and I do what I do, and it's kind of an understanding we have.
I've got nuts for children. They're beautiful, though, but they're cuckoo.
I don't resent my parents for anything. I mean, I didn't go to school, okay? But I'm probably pretty damn close to the knowledge that someone my age has. I'll be 40 tomorrow, April 1st. I'm a natural born fool.
Trying to get on better terms with my mom just because people should be on better terms with their parents.
When I was growing up, like, we lived in Phoenix, and there was usually gangs living behind us, in front of us, all over, because we lived in downtown Phoenix. And it was like slum apartments, all that kind of business.
I've got a 23-year-old son. He'll be 24 this year, and he has 2 children. And I have another daughter. She's 18, and they're both back in Indianapolis. The one that's with me now, she didn't want to come to Phoenix. She didn't want to leave her friends. She didn't want to leave the school. And my other daughter had just turned 18, and I didn't make her come with me. She wanted to stay, so it was hard for her to part with her sister. They have been best friends since she was born. From the minute she was born, my oldest daughter knew that that was the baby in my stomach, and she no longer rubbed my stomach. You know, she played with the baby. She played with her little sister, and she's always looked out for her. So that was a very hard transition for her.
I did not grow up around my dad. I have met him. He's an awesome person, but he is a thief.